So here we are in an immersive Igloo workspace. This is one of our standard projection systems, which is designed around an average conference room, meeting room that can be found in offices, thousands and thousands of offices worldwide. This system is designed primarily to enable people to play 360 immersive content back within existing spaces without the need for a larger scale Igloo structure. I'm interacting with the content on the screen, which is Igloo Home, and that's being controlled by Igloo Touch, our iPad, our iOS application and Android application. And this takes the gyroscope and the accelerometer from my phone and uses it to generate a cursor on the screen. And as I move around the screen, you can see the tiles magnify and get smaller based on where the cursor positions are. So now to go further into detail of what we've been talking about today, I'm going to click into one of the Matterport tiles. So these tiles here are all dedicated to Matterport. I can scroll up through a quite short list of those. I'm going to click on this Matterport of an apartment in Dubai. This is now triggering our Igloo web application, which is been integrated fully with the Matterport API. It takes a second or bit to load because they're very large data sets. But now we've loaded, we're now within an apartment that's currently up for availability to rent in Dubai. I can use my cursor from my phone to track within the space. And I can move around the side. So the blue dots and the white circle represent where I'm pointing at the moment. And I can just click in any particular direction. So if I want to move into that towards that other room, I click on there and we animate into that direction based on the photogrammetry model that sits behind the Matterport data, and it takes us between the panoramas. As you notice, when the cursor moves onto different surfaces, because there is a 3D model behind this data, you can see the cursor changes shape, but it matches the geometry of the room. So it's actually physically aware of what the model is. So I'm going to switch from Igloo Touch now to the actual integrated Matterport application, which actually runs as a shortcut within Safari. And for ease of use for filming, I'm going to switch to the iPad. So here we are using the iPad as our control interface now for the system. We've gone outside of Igloo Home, and this is now running Safari natively on a standard iPad. And we have some predefined bookmarks which we've generated, which enable us to access the Matterport service. So this is now linking to a direct link between the model that's in the room and the interface that we have here. So if we look at that part of the wall there, that matches up with where we are there. And I can actually now go into my favorites in this Matterport application and pick another building sites. So this is a construction site we're viewing now. And then Matterport loads the images online. They're slowly loading in and the image quality improves slightly as we go through it. I can now use this iPad device to now generate a floor plan. So this floor plan has been generated from the Matterport model. So again, all these hotspots on the floor plan enable us to click onto those hotspots and move within the space. So if I click on one of those, the content on the screen here moves to a different location, and obviously it moves in the Igloo. And where we are on the floor plan is indicated with the red dots. So I can move completely to the other end of the building, and that loads that particular shot. Go back to favorites. I'll pick something else. National Gallery. And here we are within a Matterport scan of the National Gallery. Again, full 360 representation in the Igloo. There are hotspots that I can click on. That brings up the information of the hotspots appear on the iPad application. I can generate a floor plan, the whole building. So there it goes through. There's the whole floor of the National Gallery where we're looking. We can use the floor plan to navigate through, or we can actually just navigate directly from the iPad. So as I click on the spot, we move through the space. And again, if I switch back to Igloo Touch on my phone, I have cursor control to move within the room as well. I'm now going to go back to my bookmarks, and I'm going to select a smaller space, which is an apartment in San Francisco, typical sort of shop, sort of average retail apartment. We'll move through the building. I'm going to generate another floor plan. This time, because it's a multi-story building, we're going to generate plans for all the different stories in the building. So however many stories there are, they become listed under these tabs. If I go up to the top floor, again, that updates instantly in the Igloo. And here we have some other additional parts to Matterport. Not just only do we have the scans within the Matterport rooms that the Matterport scanner's taken, we can actually go back to Igloo Touch and click on hotspots within the space. So if I click on one of these hotspot photographs here, this is a 360 panorama taken from the rooftop, and that skips us to that rooftop. So there we go, that's the rooftop of the apartment overlooking San Francisco. And there we have it. That's the Igloo Matterport integration and how it seamlessly works within all our systems. Not only does it work on these immersive rooms, but also our cylinder products and our domes just as well, if not better. But please get in touch if you need any more information.